It's VP Racing Fuel's Big Buck GNCC. Round 4 of the AMSOIL Grand National Cross Country Series presented by Maxxis, an AMA National Championship. I'm Jason Wygant here to give you the call. I'm racing at the Big Buck for 20 years now. Good battle in the bike championship so far this year. 2 of the 3 wins going to Josh Strang. Just missed out at our last one. Let's check in with him.
First 3 rounds have been good, so 2 wins in a second. You can't get much better than that. So yeah, no complaints here from myself and the team. Everything's been going good. So we're here in Big Buck, and it's a little dusty, but it should be a good weekend.
Luckily, those trees will provide enough coverage in the woods to keep it dust-free, but out here in the field, yeah, it's going to be tough to see. Wow, great start for the Suzuki man. Ricky Russell on the Obermeyer MCS racing bike gets the All Balls Racing Whole Shot Award. Leads him into the woods. Where did Caleb Russell come from on the number 1? Just like that, he's into the lead. That's bad news for everyone else. Russell has won the last 3 GNCC titles and working on a 4th. Now, he started this year a little off the pace due to off-season ACL surgery. Finally got a win at our last event and is looking to make it 2 in a row here. Looked like Jordan Ashburn was 3rd behind Russell, and a bad start for Strang. Hey, here's XC2, a lot of young kids gunning for it. Let's check in with Lane Michael.
I put a lot of pressure on myself coming into the season. I know what I want to do. I know what my goals need to be and what I want them to be. So being up front's definitely the only thing that's going to make me happy this year. So, I mean, yeah, it's good. It's good to lead some laps. I felt pretty good. You know, the bike's working awesome. It was just me. The last race kind of fell off a little bit. So that's never a problem when you have yourself to blame. It makes work during the week pretty easy, and yeah, it should be good. Looking forward to this weekend and hopefully putting a full race together.
Well, Michael was a championship favorite coming in, but it's Trevor Bollinger and the Johnny Campbell Racing Honda who swept the first 2 races this year. And this is actually the teammate of Lane Michael, Craig DeLong, nailing the start on the Coastal Racing Husqvarna, and got the 252 stroke working. Those things light up quickly. Believe it or not, an electric start 4-stroke does not fire as fast as a kickstart 2-stroke, plus 2-strokes are obviously pretty quick and snappy with acceleration. So Craig DeLong going to control it right now. Looks like Mike Witowski in 2nd. Bollinger has actually not gotten great starts this year, although he's won these first 2 races. He's already come by. Caleb Russell was to go back to XC1, already pulling away. And trying to figure out the best way to this hill. Could take it as a straight shot. He ended up going around and around the circles a bit. Ricky Russell holding it down in 3rd. Good to see him doing well. Ryan Sipes, 3rd straight season now racing in off-road after a great decade-long career in motocross. And here's Strang in 6th, not where he wants to be, because he knows that if Russell gets the lead, he can sprint. Sipes still working on Russell right now. Russell coming out of the Pacific Northwest. Always had a dream of coming and racing in the East Coast with GNCC. Been here the last few years. See a little bit of dust popping out, but it's not enough to affect the vision of these riders. So we're deep in the woods. Chris Bach, not a good start today, battling it out with Jason Thomas as we get to the top of this hill climb. Hey, there's Jerry Robin, also a former motocrosser, trying to make his way through the woods. There's your top 5 of the Rocky Mountain ATV-MC leaderboard.
When it comes to guarding your engine, AMSOIL offers the next level performance enthusiasts demand. AMSOIL provides 75% more engine protection against horsepower loss and wear than required by a leading industry standard, extending the life of pistons and cams. Give the vehicle you love the above and beyond protection it deserves. AMSOIL, devoted to protection.
Here at Rocky Mountain ATV-MC, our goal has always been to get you the best price and provide quality service. Now, we're giving you one more reason to shop with Rocky Mountain. We call it Quick Cash. It's simple to get. Just place an order with a qualifying Quick Cash item and get cash to spend on your next order. Try it out today. RockyMountainATVMC.com. Get ready.
Maxxis Tires.
The GNCC series on the NBC Sports Network is brought to you by AMSOIL. Protect your weekend. Rocky Mountain ATVMC, get ready. And by Maxxis Tires, keeps you riding to your maximum potential.
Caleb Russell on the FMF KTM 350 XCF, getting away from the field at the Big Buck. And this is what the guy does. He actually didn't used to be a very good starter, but last year started to figure it out. And with his speed and experience, it's tough for anyone to keep up. Jordan Ashburn doing the best job of it right now on the Westfield Power Sports Fly Racing KTM. Longtime Yamaha rider, actually switching this year, was no longer picked up by the Yamaha team, so now he's on the orange bike, making it look good. Very nice kid out of Tennessee. And Sipes has gotten up to third. Kind of a slow start to the season each year for Sipes, who doesn't get to come down to Florida or Georgia in the wintertime. Got a family up in Kentucky, and he's often riding on frozen ground there. So not where he wanted to be at the first two rounds, 5th and 6th. Working on a third today. There's Strang. As we watch Sipes again. Strang, by the way, well, it turns out they actually had bike problems, and he barely made it to the starting line today. Just a small clutch issue. They did get it fixed. He did get to the line, but I think that had to have affected him. Didn't quite get the start he wanted. Now look, he's got a handguard down. Must have clipped a tree. So this is going to be a perseverance type of day for Strang, while Caleb Russell tries to score maximum points. And this is what the guy does. He just rips when you give him clear track. Although, it looks to me like Ashburn's actually a little closer than he was before. We go back to XC2. Craig DeLong on the Coastal Racing Husqvarna continues to lead. Oh, and I believe that's his teammate Lane Michael in the second. Here comes Bollinger trying to make a move on Witowski. So Bollinger up to third. Hoping to keep the win streak alive and make it 4 for 4. You never know in this XC2 class who is going to catch fire. Let's get that confidence and start rolling. That class is deep with talent. Strang has gotten around Russell, now going after Sipes for third. He's not going to be satisfied with that. He wants to run with this guy. So the off-season ACL surgery, Russell got about a month of riding in before the opener. Obviously was good enough to go out there and not re-injure the knee, but didn't quite have his normal speed or pace. Was really, actually the first few laps of the opener, struggled big time. And I think everybody was wondering, but he picked up the pace at the end. Rode well in a battle with with Strang at round 2, won round 3, and is now leading in the dust of round 4. And in these open sections, hard to see him. Look at Ashburn blowing up berms in second. And here comes Sipes, trying to get a bead on Ashburn while simultaneously holding Strang at bay. Not going to be easy to do. Strang is a determined sort, and he knows points are everything for Strang right now, holding that points lead. Awesome to give the fans this much of a view of the action in these open sections. I'll tell you, Strang still has a lot of work to do to get up there. All right, it's going to be a points run for Strang. How far can he go? Stay with us.
The Andersons discovered life is easier with an Outlaw RV. The Outlaw is a complete home on wheels with a multifunctional garage. Getting on the road has never been quicker. The Outlaw is made to fit the lifestyle of today's active families. So stop roughing it and start enjoying your weekends. Find the Thor Motor Coach Outlaw that fits your needs at GarageRVs.com today.
When it comes to protecting your engine, AMSOIL offers the next level performance truck owners demand. AMSOIL provides 75% more engine protection against horsepower loss and wear than required by a leading industry standard, extending the life of pistons and cams. Give the vehicle you love the above and beyond fortification it deserves. AMSOIL, devoted to protection.
CST Tires.
Look back over the shoulder for Caleb Russell. Woo! Not sure why he looked back there, but then it almost cost him as he hit that post on the inside, or nearly hit it. Remember, this guy had an incident when he was battling Strang for the lead at round 2 in Georgia, where he actually bumped into his wife, who was trying to hand him a water bottle. But too much drama in the pits for him this year, but everything else has been pretty solid. Ryan Sipes gets the water bottle handoff from third on the Coastal Racing Machine. Also backed by Rockstar and MSR is Sipes. And here's the Rockstar factory Husqvarna of Strang, Fly Racing. And he's still, look, he has not been able to shake Ricky Russell, and he has not been able to catch Sipes. This guy's moving up. Chris Bach on the factory Honda Johnny Campbell Racing Machine. Bad start, but don't count Bach out today and maybe making a podium run. Really impressed, though, by Ashburn here in second. He has been rock solid and hasn't lost a lot of ground to Russell either. This is Stu Baylor. These guys are trying to figure out where to go. He has Jason Thomas right behind him. And then there's a bunch of our XC2 riders in that hunt. So I don't know what happened there as far as the track is concerned. Lines must have opened up. Look, Lane Michael has taken the lead from Craig DeLong. And you've got Trevor Bollinger right there. So a good 3-rider fight in XC2. They want to end Bollinger's win streak big time. Russell to the top. And Ashburn still solid in second. Well, you can see this track is getting rougher and rougher. Russell being bounced all over the place. Oh, it just takes so much energy when you hit those G-outs. And the gravity just catches up to you. The bike bottoms, and it's all on the legs and arms to hold yourself up, and you've got to do it for 3 hours. Sipes just came through. He checked back in with Russell. And you hear that little metallic sound out of those guys. That's actually the rear brakes. Different type of brake pad, I would assume, there for Ashburn. You didn't hear it, but Russell you do. Here comes Sipes in third. Little fresh section here, good dirt. Russell on the gas. I mean, Ashburn, he's right there ready to capitalize. Now, Ashburn's been on the podium a few times, but has never won one of these races. You're looking at a dark horse contender for the victory today. Back in XC2. Hey, it's actually Jesse Grom in the lead on the Beta. That battle we were watching I thought was for the lead, but that's actually a few spots back. Grom out of New Jersey been getting it done. Bollinger got to get around those 2 Coastal Racing teammates. He's working on Lane Michael. Listen to them rev those bikes. Great racing on the 250Fs. We go back up front. Sipes still third. Believe Sipes riding a 350, so it's 3 350s. 1, 2, 3 at the moment. Let's see where Strang is. No, it's not Strang. It's Chris Bach, who has climbed all the way up to 4th. And Bach has been quick this year and not had that crash while battling Strang for the lead at the opener. Be right there in the points. There's Sipes still looking for his first podium of the year. Has it in control right now, but do not count out Chris Bach. He just keeps digging. Hear the rear brake on his bike. Well, not the same Josh Strang today. We saw at the first 3 races, like we said, they had the quick bike problem earlier. Now the team said that they should be fine, but maybe he's dealing with some issues out there. Hey, it's a long series, man. 3-hour races in this type of terrain. Weird things are going to happen. Russell now through the pits, but I don't believe he's stopping. His team's right here at the end, and he keeps on going. He better. Ashburn's on the gas.
As riders and racers, we understand the need to get quality parts, apparel, and accessories fast. We have the horsepower of multiple warehouses to make sure your gear, OEM parts, or accessories make it to your door quickly. Check out our easy-to-use website and experience customer service that takes the whole shot. RockyMountainATVMC.com. Get ready.
I've been with Liat for a lot of years, and I know the dedication they have for safety. When they told me they were coming out with a helmet, I signed right up.
Caleb Russell continues to roll at the VP Racing Fuels Big Buck GNCC. Oh, little mistake out of that corner. Got to think that anytime there's a crash or bobble for Russell, there's a little bit of worry. Man, he has slowed it down big time through this section. A little bit of worry from the team, but today he has such a big lead, there's nothing to worry about. The knee that he had repaired the offseason appears to be good, and he might just be the points leader before this is all over today, and the fans starting to salute him as he goes by some very exhausted lap riders. Caleb Russell building a win streak, 2 in a row, as he takes the Big Buck GNCC. And where did this come from? Chris Bach never stopped digging and will end up second after a bad start. He was 4th. Takes the number 2 spot when you look at the Rocky Mountain results. Strang able to get to 3rd, and Ashburn, who rode such a great race, pushed back to 5th. You know he wants to podium at the next one. Let's check in with Bach. Great comeback for him today.
It was really tough with all the dust today. It was trying to come through the pack was pretty bad, and then I finally caught up to the leaders, and it was so dusty there was no way to get by them. And we had a pit strategy that worked out to our favor. I knew I could go an extra lap if I needed. Those guys pitted. I kept going, and then I was able just to use the dust to my advantage the whole day.
Man, oh man, we saw you toss the goggles on the next to last lap. How in the world did you come through a half a lap with this kind of dust without goggles?
It was tough. I got hit with a rock, and it exploded all the sweat and stuff inside my lens, so I couldn't really see. And once I ditched them, I just made sure to try to stay out of the dust and ride good lines so I could get back and get new ones.
Well, I tell you what, amazing performance here today at the Big Buck, Chris.
Thanks.
All right, thanks to Megawatt there for our Max's post-race interview. Here's your AMSOIL race recap. Ricky Russell grabbing the start on the Obermeyer Suzuki. Watch Caleb Russell right there. And then in the very next corner, he'd square him up and take over the lead. And you get Russell off to the races, it's going to be a long day for everyone else. XC2 was a fantastic battle. Craig DeLong got the whole shot. Had his teammate Lane Michael battling with him early on. Mike Witowski was there. Jesse Grom had the lead on the beta. Here's Josh Strang with a bad start. He would be in comeback mode along with Josh Strang in XC1. They'd get around Russell. They'd make bids for the podium. Here's Bollinger making moves, trying to catch up to Lane Michael, trying to catch up to Jesse Grom to keep his XC2 points lead alive. Russell maintains the lead in XC1. Bach rode well, actually gets into second at the end And by the way, Bollinger would win in XC2. He's got 4 straight victories. DeLong and Grom, 2nd and 3rd in that division. So there's Bollinger in the center, celebrating another victory as we look at their Rocky Mountain ATV-MC results. You know Lane Michael not going to be happy with this, had some problems down the stretch. All these guys scratching their head trying to figure out what do we do with this Bollinger guy. And by the way, he's the teammate of Chris Fox, so they have a 1st and a 2nd today. This Honda team looking good. So we figured dust might be an issue here, and 2 riders dusted the field, Caleb Russell and Trevor Bollinger getting it done. We'll see if anyone can stop them the next time out at round 5. I'm Jason Wygant. Thanks for watching.